And I don't know if this question applied to you, but I'm gonna ask you anyway.
Yeah. Ask anyway, because we might get something interesting.
Yeah. so one of the startups, no, one of the questions that a lot of startups get asked or get criticized for is your product is difficult to use, and then they give you that's like an excuse not to invest in you or not to buy your product. They will just say, oh, I mean it's hard to use. But is it really a valid excuse? Because when you have big companies like Microsoft or Oracle or AWS, Amazon, right, giving certification to use their product, like it's so hard to use. So you have to even go to school to learn how to use it. So it's the argument saying, oh, your product difficult to use. Is it a good? Is it a really valid argument?
I see what you're saying. I think it is a valid argument. I think the simple fact is that, Microsoft, AWS, they're difficult to use, but you have to use it because it's AWS, it's Microsoft.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So is the argument valid for those companies?
I think it depends what you're doing. For me, it's definitely a valid argument, because if I'm delivering a service to a client and they can't use my app, or they can't figure out how to find the information that I'm giving them, then that's on me. I need to make that easier for them.
But you can get them certifications how to use your product.
Well, I could. I could. I don't think I would get very many customers.
I mean, I'm not being serious for that, but I guess it's it's like who's selling. I think it depends on who's selling.
Yeah.
Right. So if
100%,
you're just a startup, nobody, then they're just gonna complain your product can't use. But if you're Microsoft, they say, okay, I'll get a certification.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sort of.
And it's you mentioned licensing, like driving. Driving is difficult. You have to get a license to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So.
You know? But if I think for startups or for more niche products, I think you to some extent you have to adapt to the market. You have to adapt to the customer. If someone's telling you, I don't know how to use this, you don't have the clout. You don't have the weight behind you to argue against that.
Yeah.
Until you become the Microsoft.
Yes.